Well, hey guys, I'm so glad y'all came back. It's our last week of the Philadelphia Cooking Cream Contest. We've got some great recipes for you to use this fantastic Santa Fe flavor that they've got. So I don't know about you, but it's Friday night, it's been a long week, and I really just want to relax with some friends and enjoy my time. So I think what we're going to do is whip up a batch of queso. It'll take me back to home because I do miss Texas. And there's all kinds of queso recipes out there, but this one is kind of special. I got this recipe from two ladies that I met at a friend's birthday party, and they were friends of friends of friends. Every time I've told this recipe, I get the craziest looks. But every time I make this recipe, I get the happiest smiles. So this recipe is pretty simple. We've got a block of Velveeta cheese. We're going to cube it up, put it in the crock pot. We've got the new Philadelphia Cooking Cream. Now typically I would use a can of cream of mushroom soup, but I think we get the same effect that cream of mushroom soup does with a little more flavor here. Got some sliced mushrooms. Yes, I said sliced mushrooms. We're putting mushrooms in our queso. We're going to put these in the skillet with about 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Get them good and cooked up and soft. And then on this end of the table we've got a can of Rotel. You can use any kind of diced tomato mix you want, but I'm a big fan of the Mexican lime and cilantro flavor. And then a tube of sage-flavored pork breakfast sausage. Got to put some meat in that queso to make it really tasty. So this is what we're going to do. While the Velveeta and the cooking cream are melting in the crock pot, we're going to brown up the sausage, cook up the mushrooms, dump these into the crock pot with the Rotel, on high, maybe 30 minutes if you're lucky, less than that. And we will have a fantastic appetizer, snack, whatever you need. So come on and let's get going. So when it comes to the Velveeta, all we do is just slice it out, stack it up, and do one more cut. And then we'll just quarter it so we end up with nice big cubes that are easier to melt and melt faster. Just like that. So now that we've got that done, we're going to put them in the crock pot. So here we've got the crock pot ready. And I want to point out something. You might notice this little bag here. It looks kind of funny. No, I didn't stick a trash bag in my crock pot. If you have not discovered crock pot liners, you need to, because I promise you they will save you so much headache and heartache. How many times have you had to clean up after you've made your favorite soup, your favorite stew, a pot roast? We're about to make some messy queso. Can you imagine how long I would be standing here scrubbing this thing? Not these fantastic liners. So we're going to take our blocks of Velveeta and just drop them in. Just kind of break them up and spread them out so that they're not all stuck together. There's no real rhyme or reason, just dropping it in. Last few pieces. And voila. Now I've already drained the can of Rotel, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop that in there so it can start to mix in with that cheese. Next up, we're going to add the Philadelphia Cooking Cream. So we've got our cooking cream here. And you know, like we always do, we better take a taste. Look at that. Oh, man. That flavor. Phenomenal. So I called this recipe my favorite queso because it really is my favorite queso. But I have a feeling that it's really going to be everybody's favorite queso after this. So we want to make sure we get all of that creamy goodness. And just drop it in there. Set that in the sink. We'll go ahead and put the lid on it. Turn it on, and we're going to put it at high. And let that start to melt while we work on the sausage and the mushrooms. Now when I'm browning up this sausage, I like to just flatten it out, spread it out in the pan. And I use this fabulous wooden spoon/spatula. Really become one of my favorite cooking utensils. So I'm doing this at a medium-high temperature. It's just like you brown any pound of meat. You just want to make sure you get it cooked thoroughly. So true story about this queso. Years ago, a friend of mine used to have 4th of July parties that were epic. Weekend-long parties. We'd all camp out in the house and swim, watch movies. We'd actually play board games. So every morning we'd get up and make breakfast. And I'm talking we had 20 people in this house. So after one of my friends that was at this party had this queso, he begged me, please make the queso for the 4th of July. Okay, fine. But I figured 20 people... we might have some people show up during the day. I better make a double batch. So we get up, we make breakfast, and I go ahead and get everything going to make this queso. Double batch, so 2 blocks of Velveeta, 2 pounds of sausage, lots of mushrooms, 2 cans of Rotel. Get it all together, and I put it in the crock pot, and then I go take a shower and get ready. Maybe 2 hours passes. I'm not worried. It's in the crock pot. It'll be okay. I go back into the kitchen because it's almost lunchtime and I'm thinking, man, I'd love some of that queso and some chips. Wrong. A double batch of queso was gone in 2 hours. So I promise you, make this up, take it to your barbecue, your party, got an office potluck. It'll be a favorite. And since it's in a crock pot, it's so easy just to get it going, get everything mixed together, turn it off, drive into work, and then just plug it in wherever you can find an outlet to warm it back up. So easy to make. And I can't wait to try it with that new Santa Fe cooking cream. Ordinarily, I might add some spices, maybe some cumin, a little bit of cayenne. We're not going to have to, not with that cooking cream. So we'll give this a few more minutes to cook, and then we'll work on those mushrooms. We've got the sausage all browned up. It's draining in the colander. Now we're going to get the mushrooms cooked up. So we poured in the olive oil, and we're just spreading out the mushrooms and let them get to a nice golden color. Start to turn, and then we'll drop them in with the rest of the other ingredients. Mushrooms are done, so now it's time to add in the pork sausage. So it's been sitting in the sink draining. We know that all that grease and fat is out of there. So we're just going to scrape all that in. And the heat from the mushrooms and the sausage should also help with melting the cheese. You set it on high. Everything's in the crock pot. Really, it's that easy. So we're going to put the lid on. We'll come back in about 15 minutes, stir it up, check on it, make sure it's good, and just see about how much longer we've got to go until it's ready. Stay tuned. We're up. Looks like this queso is ready to go. I hope you guys are ready to check it out because I know I am. So we take the lid off, just get a nice little scoop here. Oh, look at that creamy, cheesy, mushroom, tomatoey goodness. So let's take a bite and see how it turned out. Really? If I thought it was my favorite before, I know it's my favorite now. Another great recipe for the books, super easy, you can take it anywhere.